It is cool cars, interesting people, and today, boy, she has really won the hearts of Canadians, and especially here in Lethbridge. Her name, Ashley Stacey. She's got a beautiful bronze medal that she won with the Rugby Sevens at the Rio Olympics. We'll have a chat with her. Looking forward to that. And you needed to get a sporty vehicle for a sporty gal. Dan Briscoe from Bridge City Chrysler. Come on in here. You got just the thing, a Fiat.
We do have just of the thing.
Just of the
Yes,
thing.
you bet. Sporty little Fiat for a sporty young lady. And who knows? I don't know. Maybe you could win a bronze medal with this car too. Maybe.
You never know. I'll see if I can bring one home for you.
All right. Thanks.
When we say Fiat, I mean that's the Italian model Fiat, right? Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
The car that we've got here is the all-new 2017 Fiat 124 Spider.
Yeah.
All new as in kind of resurrected. The Fiat 124 Spider was actually built for decades and sold worldwide, including here in North America many years ago, disappeared from the market, and they have brought it back.
Nice.
Thoroughly modernized. You know, it's not the ancient little contraption that it was back in the 50s and 60s, but here it is.
So when you say updated, what has been updated?
Well, you know, as you can expect in updating a car that originated in the 50s and 60s, you know, we've now got fuel injection, we've got a 1.4 liter turbo engine, so now we've got great fuel economy and power. We've got a 6-speed automatic transmission in this particular one, something you could never get in one of those old ones. All of your latest safety technologies, navigation systems, airbags, backup cameras, Bluetooth, things that we all take for granted in a modern car.
Something we didn't have in 1964.
You bet. So, you know, maybe this is a bit of a throwback car, but it's thoroughly modern in every way, and you know what? It's ready to hit the road.
And the fact that I'll be driving with an Olympic medalist, that's cool enough, but to see this and a convertible, I am looking so cool.
You bet. Good thing you got a sunny day.
That's right, all right. Let's go find Ashley Stacey. Hi.
Hey, Mark, how are you?
Would you like to donate to the Ashley Stacey Fund? I've got a beautiful Italian sports car. It's convertible. It's just for you, the sporty model.
Looks amazing.
Molto bene. You speak Italian?
Very much. So.
It's good. Let's
It's
go.
good,
Come
let's
with
go.
me. Hey, right.
All right. All right, let's take a ride in this sweet ride.
So now here it is. I got a vehicle that's short like us.
Yes,
Okay, we go
perfect.
straight to the ground.
We won't stand up too much off of the windshield,
Yeah,
okay?
that's right. Now,
Thank you very much.
the good thing is you're an athlete, so bending down is not a problem for
Yeah.
you. Give me 5 minutes to get in.
You probably look like me right after I was done the Olympics.
Yeah, that's right.
There you go.
That's how you got to get down into these things here. All right. Now, seatbelts on, please.
Buckle up.
Buckle.
Safety first.
Safety first. Safety sexy. All right. Oh, I guess I got to start it now.
There you go. It's not going to go anywhere with this
see?
turn.
Okay, this is, oh man, here we are. This is in a how you call a convertible, so it's a little windy, but hopefully.
Your Italian accent is coming out.
Is it good? Is this the best way to get out of here? Is this a way?
Yes. And then we turn left at the yield.
Yes. Tell me, you must have been to Italy in
I've
your
been to
travels?
Italy, yep.
Yes.
Yep. In 2006, I did the FISU World Championships for sevens.
Yep.
And we were in Rome, and it was lovely.
Oh man, Rome. This always has been. Maybe I should have stopped trying to talk like an Italian.
I think it's just going to come out
Yeah, I think
randomly.
I've got as far as world traveling goes. Two things always stick in my mind ever since I was a kid.
Yeah.
And one is the Colosseum in Rome.
Yeah.
The other is the Acropolis in Athens.
Yes.
So have you been to both?
I've been to the Colosseum in Rome, but
Yep.
never to the Acropolis in Greece. That's like my very first on my bucket list to go to for travels.
Oh, really? Greece?
Greece, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
that's one place I've never been that I really want to get to.
Now you are, okay, I remember you as Ashley Spatzer.
Patzer, yes.
Patzer,
yeah.
Spatzer.
Patzer.
I'm sorry. It's all about.
Italian in
I
you.
can't help it.
this is a Patzer.
So Patzer is is that what?
German.
German. Okay,
Yeah.
German. All right. And then you married into a Stacy, which is
family, yep.
which is also, is it German as well or no?
No.
What is that?
Ireland, Irish.
Oh, for heaven's sake!
Yeah.
We're gonna do all the accents now today.
I'm not very good at that one, so I'm not even gonna try. My husband's gonna shake his finger at me.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, since we're in a car, so I always like to find out about people's first cars. You must have driven something hot in your day.
Well, it was a two-door Honda Accord, green. Yeah, she was
very
beautiful.
good. Nice.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. My
That was your
dad-
very first one?
Yeah, my dad got it for me. Grade 10.
Grade-
End of grade 10.
You had a car in high
Maybe
school?
it was, yeah, maybe it was
Wow.
grade 11. No, it was grade 11. It was for sure
Yeah,
grade 11.
yeah.
Yeah.
Did you? No, you're a Winston Churchill grad, right?
No, LCI.
Oh, Scott, sorry.
Winston
Oh,
Churchill,
I'm sorry.
come on.
I'm a Catholic Central guy. Okay.
It's fine, because the Stacys were Winston Churchill, so I can't knock
Right.
it too
Oh,
bad,
okay. Right. But you can knock Catholic Central.
I didn't say anything about Catholic Central.
No, LCI, and that's where you first started playing rugby,
Yeah,
obviously. Must have been.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Grade 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was your coach in grade 10?
So it was Randy Whitehead, Richard Cartier, and Steve Tully.
And
They were amazing.
what in heaven's name? Here you are. I mean, it's safe to say you're small of stature. You're short to the ground, right?
Yeah. 5'1", all of me.
Yeah. And I mean, what made you say rugby is the sport? What was the first?
Well,
thing?
originally it wasn't. Originally, I thought the sport was super weird, and I didn't really want to.
Oh, so, yeah.
Yeah, but my best friend Danny Whitehead, all of her siblings played, and they were from Fort Macleod, and
Right.
Fort Macleod, rugby's huge in Fort Macleod.
Yeah.
And so she was going to play in grade 10, and we'd played basketball together, and she
Right.
was like, hey, you should come out try out for the rugby team. And I was like, oh man, rugby's super weird, like it's such a different sport. And then I ended up trying out. I told myself, I was like, oh, I'll just use it to like stay in shape. I'm not actually going to play any games.
Right.
And then they convinced me, and I played my first game and scored 4 tries, and I've been playing ever since. So.
Well, because you've got speed. You're fast.
Yeah, pretty fast.
That's. Would you say is that kind of your thing in rugby? What made you?
Yeah, not originally my speed, more my agility, the
Right.
ability to step and evade,
Right.
being evasive. I think that's kind of my main strength.
Right.
And I've developed speed over the years. I mean, I'm starting to get older, so I think it's starting to decline a little bit. But yeah, speed and agility are kind of my 2 big things, and my defensive
Right.
game as well.
And were you a basketball player as well? I mean, was athletics all part of your life?
Yeah,
As much-
definitely.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I played lots of basketball growing up from grade 7 and on. Did track and field, and
Yeah. But those must be interesting meals with you and the Stacys. All of this track and field stuff that you guys have got going
well,
on.
you should see how much Jim and Sean can eat.
Yeah.
They used to go into, I can't remember what the Chinese restaurant was. It was actually just up here,
Right.
up to the right. What's this one? The buffet?
Oh, used to be. Yes.
Used to be. Yeah. Anyways, their parents would take them there, and the owner of the restaurant would say, "No, boys, don't come in. You eat me dry." He hated it when they came in because they ate so much.
Yeah. All you can eat except for the Stacys.
Yeah, except for the Stacy boys.
Where did you first meet Sean, by the way?
Where
did that all happen?
Yeah, we were acquaintances in high school.
Yeah.
I remember the very first time I ever met him was at track provincials. I was
Of
in grade
course.
11, he was in grade
Yeah.
12. Had a mutual friend, and then just acquaintances from there. And then in university, we both went to the U of L. And
nice.
third year, we ended up being on a Operation Red Nose team together.
Oh, nice, yeah.
And it's kind of funny because his mom did all the organizing for that and ended up putting me on their team, him and Graham's team. And I found out later that he had asked for his mom to put me on his
Oh.
team. So
He fancied
he
you.
did, yes.
Rather fancied.
Yeah. it
Oh,
was-
very nice.
It was a cute little story.
Was it love at first sight?
Pretty much.
Was
yeah.
it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Right. Now I'm going to park here.
Okay.
And
Stella's.
It is Stella's, and I'm going to park real nice and gently here, so that I don't smash the undercarriage.
Yes.
Here we are.
Great talk job.
Thank you very much.
I love how we've switched to an English.
It's all
accent.
English now, yes. I don't know what will be in Stella's. Maybe, I don't know. We'll find out, I guess. Come along with us.
All right.
Oh, turn that off. That's- All right, we've established that you and Sean were an item.
Yep, are an item.
Yeah. Well, how long have you been married, by the way?
A little over 5 years.
5 years?
Yep, 2011, August 2011.
That must help because he's an athlete.
Yeah.
You're an athlete.
Yeah.
It must help that you're both. You know what you're going through.
Yeah.
When you have to work out, you have to go to the gym.
Absolutely.
When you hate to go to the gym.
Yeah, he was a big rock for me while I was gone in
Yeah.
training. Just his understanding of what elite sports is like and being
Right.
able to support me through that, especially doing long distance and me being in Victoria and him living in Lethbridge. So
Because that went on for a couple of years, or
yeah,
oh
yeah,
my gosh.
yeah. 4 years, 2 off and on, and then 2.5
Yeah.
that was like full. I was out in Victoria for the full years. So
it must mean that you get along then.
yeah, we love
yeah,
each
you
other.
could.
Yeah. It was hard, but we made it work, and he was so supportive of my dream and wanted me to
Yeah.
keep following it, and I'm so lucky to have
So,
him.
what was the first dream? What was the dream?
So my big dream was to compete at the highest level in rugby, and that my dreams got sparked when I was in grade 11, and I
Right.
went up to Calgary with my high school team and watched the national senior women's team play. They played the Black Ferns from New Zealand, and I remember just saying, like, I want to be like those girls. I want to
Yeah.
play rugby like them. I want to play in the national team. And the next year I got asked to try out for the U19 Canada team, and I've been playing rugby ever since for the national team. So
Wow.
yeah.
So
It's been a long run.
I mean, ultimately, of course, the pinnacle has been the medal at the Olympics. But
Yeah.
what was the first one where you're saying, yes, this is kind of the dream?
Yeah.
What was the first time that kind of came through?
So when I pulled on my jersey for the first time playing for U19 Canada,
Yeah.
we were out in Victoria and we played Wales, and I remember it was like this big barbarian jersey, like thick cotton. The jerseys have changed so much, but putting on that jersey and wearing the maple leaf over my heart
Yeah.
and representing our country, that was it for me. And I was
Wow.
like, I really want to do this. This is
Yeah.
what I want to do. I want to represent our country and play rugby, the sport that I love.
There's got to be hardships. What are some of the hardships of this whole journey for you? What was the? I mean, I guess being away from family is one thing.
Yeah, that's one thing. Like we said, being away from my husband, moving away from my family, that's been really tough. But probably the biggest hardship has been getting through the injuries.
Right.
There's been lots of injuries,
Yeah,
and
yeah. As you'd expect with rugby.
yeah, I mean, just pushing through them. I had shoulder surgery in 2014, which took me out for 6 months, and then the last ones this year have been probably the hardest to get through. I had 2 knee injuries the year leading up to the Olympics. I did my MCL in October and then my ACL in February, which is crazy, and I missed our whole series. I played in Pan Am's and then had our summer off and then started training again for the World Cup, the Olympics year in 2016, and I missed our whole season up until the Olympics. So that was definitely trying. I had lots of moments of doubt and if I was going to make it or not. But
Right. Was there? Did you think that there was a chance you weren't going to make
absolutely.
the team?
When I tore my ACL in February, I mean, ACLs typically take anywhere from 9 months to over a year to recover from. And from February to the Olympics, I had 6 months. And so there was definitely a moment when I found out that my ACL was totally torn, that I wasn't going to make it.
Right.
And there was a few dark days where my dream was gone, and I wasn't going to be able to go. So, but
That would have hurt because
it
there's
was
no way
devastating.
you're going to make the next Olympics. Do you think? Or
No,
is there?
well, there could be. I mean,
Is it
possibility,
4 more
but
years? Yeah.
it's 4 more years. It's a big commitment that I'm
Yeah.
not ready to commit to.
Yeah.
I'm playing out this year and then go year by year and see what happens from there.
Yeah. Are you feeling really good right now physically?
Yeah, physically pretty good. So going back to my knee with my ACL, I ended up getting a synthetic ACL put in, which shortened my recovery time from 9 months to a year down to 3 months.
Oh, really?
So I ended up recovering from my ACL within 3 to 4 months, and that's what enabled me and allowed me to play at the Olympics. But obviously the plus side to that was me making it back to the Olympics in time. But the downside is that I'm going to need a new surgery, or I'm going to need a new ACL and another surgery eventually. So yeah.
So eventually being what, 6 months, a year, 2 years, 10 years?
Yeah, anywhere from a year to 5 years, he said.
Wow.
So it'll depend on how my knee holds up, whether or not I can keep competing. And
Wow. So when you first go, let's go back to high school again. What was it like to finally say, oh, wow, contact, I like this?
Yeah, that was like the very first thing that
Yeah.
I loved about rugby. I was telling you earlier, like I thought it was such a weird sport and it wasn't the mainstream conventional sport that most girls played. But yeah, when I first started practicing and my coaches were amazing and they made it so much fun, and I loved hitting. I loved the contact aspect of the game.
Yeah.
I mean, both my brothers played football, so I grew up watching them play football, and they beat me up all the time at the house and
So
rough
you're
and
so used to it,
tumble.
yeah.
And
Yeah,
so I was
yeah.
used to it, and I kind of fell into it. I wasn't scared to take a hit or give a hit. So
Yeah. Still aren't.
still aren't. Yeah.
No? Was there ever a time, like, because of injuries or anything, you wanted to lay off?
No, I
No?
mean, you can't be scared or hesitant when you're in contact. If you're scared or hesitant, that's usually when you get hurt. So
Yeah.
I mean, once I got healthy, it was full bore. It was like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm going full at this. So
Right.
yeah.
So high school's done, university, and the opportunity to play rugby at university.
Yeah.
And what dream years those were.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Amazing.
take us through that, and the coaches,
Yeah.
the camaraderie, the women that you played with.
Yeah, well, I think Neil Langevin, he's told me he had his eye on me in high school, all throughout high school, and wanted me to play for the Pronghorns.
Right.
Offered me a scholarship, and I
Right.
went to the U of L straight out of high school. Had an amazing time there. There was about a group of 8 girls of us that came in that first year together, and we played all 5 years together. And we had, like you said, we just had an amazing run with the Pronghorns. My first year, we lost to the Pandas at
Right.
Canada West, and then my second year, we beat them. And they'd been powerhouses in rugby in Alberta for years before that. So for us to beat them, that was pretty huge, and sent us to nationals, and we got
Yeah.
bronze at nationals
Yeah,
that year.
yeah.
And then my next 3 consecutive years, my third, fourth, and fifth years, we won CIS championships.
Dominant, though.
Yeah,
Dominant.
it was amazing.
Yeah, wow.
My favorite was probably because Lethbridge hosted in 2008. And so all of our friends and family were here supporting us.
Yeah.
I mean, they travel a lot with us too, but to play at home in front of a home crowd and win nationals it's one
Yeah.
of my most amazing memories
Yeah,
from rugby.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Now the opportunity, to join the national team. Now you've been all over the world.
Yeah.
How exciting is that?
Yeah.
What's that?
It's-
What are some of your fond memories?
Well, it's such a cool,
Yeah.
rugby is so amazing. I mean, sports in general amazing in that aspect because they allow you to travel. And I remember my second year university, I was thinking about taking a year off and just going to travel because I wanted to travel so much. And Rob Kasuth, one of my university coaches, said, Ash, listen, like you're going to get to travel lots with the national team. Just stay in school and finish up your degree. And I'm so glad I listened to that advice
Right.
because I finished my degree and I've been able to travel so much with the national team. And I love traveling because you get to see all the different cultures and meet different people. And it's been such a cool experience.
Yeah. Yeah. So you've been to Italy? You
Yeah,
tell me.
yeah.
Dubai?
Dubai.
Yeah, how
we've
cool
been
is Dubai?
Dubai's amazing. Dubai's
Yeah.
a really cool place. It's literally like a city, like out of the sand,
yeah.
out of the ashes. It's crazy.
Yeah.
They have so many cool buildings. They literally have like a ski mall in the mall.
Yeah,
There's a ski
yeah.
jump, like just crazy
Yeah,
things.
yeah.
And it's beautiful. I mean, it's on the water. There's lots of beautiful beaches and ocean, and they just host so many sporting events. It's a really cool place to go.
Why is that they do?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, for the Sevens, I think because lots of the expats live there, so rugby's
Big.
big
Yeah.
there because of the expat community. They just started the Sevens venue, and it's been doing
Great.
really well ever since. But,
So where else? Where are some of the other places you've been to?
Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Hong Kong's one of the major stops for the 7 Series for the men and women. That's probably my favorite place to play, the biggest stadium that I've ever played in. It's huge, and the atmosphere is just electric whenever you play in it. Where else have I been? I've been to England a bunch, Scotland. Where else? All over through the U.S. to the Bahamas.
Wow, isn't that fantastic?
Yeah, lots of traveling.
All right, let's get to the Olympics.
Okay.
All right, you got there, and you win your first game.
Yeah.
Right. What's the experience of being at the Rio Olympics? I mean, this has just got to be nothing like it.
It's so cool. I remember walking into the village, and you have an idea of what it's going to be like, and we've talked to like past Olympians and trying to tell us, like, prepare us and help us know what it's going to be like. But I remember walking into the village and just this like overwhelming feeling of like, oh my gosh, we made it, we're here, and we're like among the best athletes in the world. That was a really cool moment for me. And then just the village itself is so unique. Like there's just a bunch of tall high-rise buildings with like paths in between, and you always see people riding around on bikes and running. And you have the dining hall, which is huge. It holds like 5 huge jumbo jets. They said it was like the second biggest pop-up tent in the world.
Wow.
So it's massive,
Wow.
and just so athletes there all the time, open 24/7. Yeah.
Now, there's always the talk about they weren't ready for the Olympics,
Yeah.
the Rio.
Yeah.
What was your experience as far as all of the people, all the venues, and everything?
Yeah,
How did it logistically? How did it work for you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
The- I keep telling everybody the media really blew it out of proportion,
Right,
as
yeah.
they normally do. I mean,
Stupid media.
stupid.
Hate them.
I love them, but no. So the venue is ready. We had a little bit of issues with plumbing when we first got there, but it worked itself out. there was hardly any mosquitoes. Like
Yeah.
Zika wasn't really a thing.
I mean, they always want to. They
They
need
just
a
try and-
story. Someone
they need
needs a story.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah,
Try and catch the attention of
Yeah.
of the population.
Did you have any fear of the mosquitoes at all?
No.
Okay.
I mean, we brought nets to hang over our beds, and I didn't even hang them up.
Right.
Like when we got there, we literally hardly saw any.
Yeah.
And then like the talk of the water being dirty and
Yeah.
gross. I mean, the rowers were jumping out of their boats and swimming in the lagoa. So
Yeah.
there were like all the bad press that it got wasn't
Not
really
there,
there.
yeah.
And the Brazilians were so friendly. A bunch of our family members traveled down from the team, and they just said they had an absolute blast, and that the Brazilians were so friendly. And I mean, the travel was hard because Rio is such a big city, and
Isn't it a city of about 20 million people?
yeah,
It's
something
ridiculous, yeah.
crazy like that.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think the travel was probably the hardest part. My family traveled, I think, like almost 4 to 5 hours a
gosh.
day just to get back and
Oh,
forth
really?
from the venue.
Yeah, because you were away from a lot of the
We were at Diodoro, so it was a little bit of a ways away. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
from the village, it was fast tracked for us. We only had a half an hour drive on a bus, which was pretty good. But yeah.
Take us through the games. The ones.
Yeah.
You won the first one, Australia, right?
Oh, so
Was it the-
first
the-
game was Japan, and
Japan,
then
okay.
Brazil. Yeah,
Okay.
so that was day one, and we won both of them
Okay.
pretty handedly.
Right.
And then first game on day two, we played Great Britain, final
they
of
were
our
tough,
pool
yeah.
stage,
Yeah.
and that one we lost pretty handedly. They
Yeah.
beat us pretty bad, which was, I mean, for us, it was kind of a wake-up call and a bit of a slap in the face for us
Yeah.
because we didn't play very well at all. We knew that we could play better and we knew that we could beat them, which you saw in the bronze medal game we did.
Yeah.
But then, sorry, I jumped ahead, but then back we played France for the quarterfinals,
Right,
and crazy game. It was pretty tight and it was a back and forth game, but we ended up coming out on top, and we played super gritty, and we were really great on defense. We bend, but we never broke.
Yeah.
And then we played Australia, the day three, game one, and we lost to them, and that was the semifinals.
Yeah.
And that
how
was
tough was that one?
that was heart-wrenching.
Yeah.
We knew that going into the Olympics, we had a really, really good possibility of winning and coming home with a gold, and that was our goal all along, was
Sure,
to come
of
home
course.
with a gold. So to lose in the semifinals, it was pretty devastating.
And knowing that you're not going for gold, you know, it's like the hockey idea. If
Yeah.
you don't win the gold and you're playing for bronze, you just don't get up for it. But
Yeah.
you knew you had to be up for the bronze. game.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's this moment when we got back to the change room and all of our heads were down, and it was probably 10 minutes and no one said a word. And one of our leaders, Ghislaine Landry, brought us in, and she just said, like, listen, ladies, I know this loss sucks. Like, we're all feeling it. We all knew we came here for gold, and that's not happening for us. But we need to get past this loss right now. We need to put it behind us, and we need to start focusing on the next game because we still have something to prove. We still have something to bring. We have
Yeah.
hardware to bring home. We can still win a bronze. And so it took us about an hour to kind of get past that feeling,
Yeah.
but we started, you could see the mood start to shift in the girls within the next hour, and everyone's starting to like let it go and start to move on and focus on the next game. And we came out on fire against Great Britain, and I don't think they
Yeah.
were expecting it. I mean, they beat us in the pool play,
Yeah.
so they were maybe
They beat you good too.
yeah,
right?
they beat us pretty good. So I don't know what their thoughts were. Maybe they thought they had it in the bag, but we knew that we didn't play well, and we knew that if we played well, we would.
Yeah. There's nothing
come out
worse
with a win,
than
so.
playing a sport and then you don't play up to your capabilities and lose.
Absolutely,
I'd
yeah.
rather play the best I ever could and lose than to have played crappy. and-
100%.
Yeah.
That was like Australia for us. I mean, we played crappy, and we knew we could have played better, so that's why it was so heart-wrenching for
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Oh, so that's nice. And then you won the bronze.
yeah.
Is that bronze medal anywhere around? Any chance?
Well, I guess I have it right
Did
here.
you? Do you have the bronze medal?
I did bring it.
Of course, we have to see the bronze medal. Oh man,
Yeah, so
look at that.
it comes in a really nice box.
Nice.
And then it just swivels up and
There it
shows
is.
the medal, yeah.
Let's make sure that I get a good shot of that. It's so fantastic. Do you? How important is this for you?
Yeah, it's amazing. It just like solidifies and shows all of the hard work that was put in over the last 5 years.
Yeah.
It's a huge achievement, and I'm really proud that
that's
I have
fantastic.
it. Yeah.
And I imagine you've been all over, telling your story to so many people. How do you like doing that? First off.
Yeah, it's
talking to the young kids over
it's
at the
fun.
school.
I think that's
and
one of
keeping-
the coolest things about this is after we won and hearing from social media and hearing from a lot of our supporters and fans that we sparked the entire nation and we kind of kicked off the Olympics. But the coolest thing is hearing from parents who said that we inspired their young girls and young boys to want to either play rugby or just get involved in sport in general. I think that's the biggest win for us. I mean, this is amazing and it definitely shows our hard work. But to inspire the next generation of athletes it's pretty cool.
How do you handle all of this? I mean, you must be getting requests from idiots all the time, like me, say, hey, you know, just because they want a piece of your time because it's a big deal. How do you find that? Do you like that?
I do. I like sharing my story. I mean, I've put a lot of hard work in, and it's nice to share it with everybody. I mean, some people are like, oh my gosh, you're letting someone put on your medal, but I want to share it with people. It's meant to be shared, meant to be worn, and I like sharing my story, and I want to inspire people and help them get involved in sport because it's been such a huge benefit for me, and I want it to be for young people as well.
The thing about we forget as the non-athletes, or we watch it once every 4 years, is that this is only one part of what you do in your life, because you've got 3 other years that you're working your tail off to get to that point, right? And we tend to forget that, so we need to keep it in the forefront that you are working hard all the time.
I think it's cool because I'm an Under Armour ambassador, and they have this really cool slogan and it says what you do in the dark puts you in the light. And those other 3 years, like you said, it's no one really notices. We're doing all the hard work and putting in the hard hours, and the 1 year where the Olympic year is when we get to shine and we get to showcase all of our hard work and our sport and everything that we've done leading up to it. So I think that's been really cool, is seeing everybody enjoy the sport.
It is great,
especially rugby sevens, because it was our debut in the Olympics.
And I think about a lot of the other Canadian athletes, and I think about Jim too. He gets to the Olympics and he has a tough Olympics, and he doesn't. He doesn't qualify to the next round, but he worked just as much as anybody else does.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And so
it's also hard, I think, I obviously play team sport and teammates surrounding me, but I think it's even harder to be an individual athlete and not having those people around you all the time, and you have to go to the gym by yourself and put in those hard out. It's definitely a different dynamic, but it's very, very hard, I would imagine. But he puts in so much hard work, and Heather as well. I mean, she was in Rio this year as well, and she worked her butt off to get there, and
So let's talk about your future now. You're going to play out another year with the national team. And where the world's going to be this time around? Or how does that work? Tell us what's going to happen.
So I'm really lucky. My coach is letting me do a decentralized year. So the last 4 years I've been in Victoria training with the team. And I think because I put in those hard years and proved myself that I can be an added benefit to the team, he's letting me train in Lethbridge. So this year I'm going to train in Lethbridge for the full year. And our season starts December and goes till end of June. And so I'll train from here, and then when the girls are about to go on tour, I'll go out to Victoria for a week, train with the girls, get ready, get prepped for that, and then go on tour with them, and then come back home.
So when you train, you'll be training individually then, just to stay in shape?
Training by myself. Rick Suggett, who's the Pronghorns women's coach, is going to let me train with the team a little bit. So I'm going to help out coaching with them a little bit, and then
they're going to love that. Having you there.
It's been fun. I've been out a couple of times, so it's been fun running around with the girls and getting to know them. And I'm hoping to do a bit more like individual skills with them in their off season, and that'll help me out as well. I get to do my skills and add to the Pronghorn program, which gave so much to me. I'd like to give back, so that's
fantastic.
Cool. But
So did you graduate? You did graduate.
I did graduate.
What you got a degree in?
Bachelor of Science Kinesiology.
Oh, very good. Okay.
Typical sport, typical athlete degree.
Do you plan to use that for?
Eventually down the road, I think I do want to go back to school. I don't. That's my plan this year. Being a little bit of my transition year, being decentralized, I want to start figuring out what I want to do post rugby. So I want to start doing a little bit of job shadow stuff, trying to find my next passion, I guess, because rugby's been my passion for the last 12 years. So.
How hard will that be to hang up the old cleats?
I think,
when you're saying, you're just not, you won't be able to compete anymore because
I think once I'm ready to say it, I'll be ready to move on.
Will you?
Yeah.
You're not ready yet?
I'm not ready yet.
Still passion?
Still passionate, obviously.
Possibly in the next Olympics, that's in North
2020.
Korea? Is it Korea?
No, Japan.
Japan?
Yeah,
okay.
Tokyo.
So,
I mean,
That's a new one.
Oh, there you go. I don't know.
Konnichiwa. You think it is right.
Konnichiwa. Watashi wa Ashley does.
Oh.
I think that's how you. My name is Ashley.
Oh, is it?
Yes, watashi wa Ashley does.
Watashi wa Ashley does.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. Everyone knows
Watashi wa
Ashley
Mark does.
Maki does again. I have no idea what it is. Anyway.
Yeah, it's okay. I don't even know if that was right. So.
But is that kind of maybe possible?
Possibly.
Yeah.
Like
It
I
would
said,
be one of the-
depending on how my body holds up,
Yeah.
depending on where Sean and I end up, depending on what he does, what I do with schooling.
Yeah.
It's
You're not saying
I'm
never.
not saying
never,
no.
but for
Yes.
sure this year.
But for sure
one
this
more
year I'll
rugby.
play.
se-
Yeah.
Now, you have a shot at winning the national.
The World
not-
Series?
The World Series. I
Yeah,
should say,
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
We have a few girls that are retiring, that are kind of moving on to 15s or moving on with life. But we have a really great group of young girls coming up. So, and our coach is keeping me and Jen Kish, our captain, who is also doing a decentralized year living up in Edmonton on to help kind of lead the team a little bit and help transition the leadership roles. So we have a really good shot. It'll be interesting.
Do you have any rugby songs?
Oh gosh,
What's,
there is a whole swag of rugby songs.
what's a good one? That you
Oh,
can
I
do?
haven't sung them since high school, really.
Oh, you didn't
Yeah.
sing with the rugby, in Rio?
No,
Like,
not really.
Meet up with Brian Lochte and do a couple of songs in the toilet?
Yeah, we hung out in the gas station. Me and no,
Are they songs that are decent, or were they just?
they're a little bit dirty. Yeah, probably shouldn't sing them on camera.
Just wondered. I've heard rumors of those
Yeah,
songs.
there's definitely some.
So if there's one thing that you'd like to pass on to any girl maybe watching this right now, what would it be?
Any young girl, I mean, my advice for young athletes is to get involved in as many sports as you can,
Right.
especially at a young age. Try not to, not pigeonhole yourself, but specialize in one sport too early.
Yeah.
Being able to play a bunch of different sports is going to give you skill sets that could benefit you in future sports. So just stay involved in as many sports as you
Yeah.
can and play as much as you can.
Great.
Yeah.
Ashley, that has been so nice of you to
Yeah,
thank you so
for
much.
meeting with
All
me.
right.
It was great.
Konnichiwa.
Cheers.
Au revoir. Bye-bye.
Arrivederci.
Yeah, okay.